देखो এটা ভিজিবল হচ্ছে এটা হলা স্টুডেন্ট
आज्ञा
আইডি 1 and 2 পুଣି টেবল 2 রে স্টুডেंट आईडी 1 and 2 রহিলা বুঝিলা যদি মু এইটাকু
आज्ञा सर
এইটাকু প্রাইমারি কি ডিফাইন করিবি তো এইটা মোর হই গলা ফরেন কি বুঝিলা কিন্তু
आज्ञा
যদি মু এটি 3 পাস করুছি and I pass any number, then it is called as it is you cannot say it is a primary key and foreign key. कहीं प्राइमरी की फॉरेन की आम डिफाइन कले ये भैल्यू गुड़ाक आर सबसेट होता दरकार जदि आर सबसेट हेनी ताले एटा फॉरेन की हो पारिबनी बुझीला
आज्ञा सर
ओके so primary key and foreign key it create a relationship between the
सर किसी शुभुने
एबे सुबिला
आज्ञा सर
subtype is a subset of another entity subtype is always depend upon the supertype for its existence the primary key of the supertype मैंने जो एग्जांपल देखेली टेबल 1 रे मु जो स्टूडेंट आईडी टा डिफाइन कली एस आईडी टा डिफाइन कली दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द supertype and table 2 that SID is called as the subtype clear
यस सर
now let's check here here I define a employee table employee address name and employee number so it contains the two part one is hourly employee another is salaries employee in hourly employee it contains a wages and overtime in salary employee it contains a salary bonus then some kind of allowances so here the employee is called as the super type it is called as the super type and the hourly employee and salary employee is called as the sub type see that employee is called as the super type hourly and salary is called as the sub type clear बुझ पाइल
आज्ञा
so now I move to the next part attribute do not introduce any unnecessary attribute an attribute serve as the following purposes it is called as the it identify the owner entity it refers to the another entity it simplify the description of entity entity means for whom you are storing the information is called the entity it identifies the owner entity means for whom you are storing the information like if you define as you are creating a table for student and you define like student underscore id then anybody can know that this student underscore id belongs to the student table so there is no confusion so always when you define your attribute name in such a way then other person can understand why you are defining it it refers to the another entity it simplifies the description of an entity if there are any entity with common attribute merge the entity so data table le jodi kichi common attribute achi then you have to merge it like here we have storybook and textbook and you can say in storybook name code price is present and in textbook also price, code and name is present. Then you have to merge it. So after merging, it comes to the books and you can say it is a name, code and price. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now comes to the key. And RDB means it identify and locate the row by value. The physical address is transparent to the user. In RDB means it identify and locate the row by value. A physical is transparent to the user. When you store the value, it is transparent to the user. In a relational system, it requires the key that can uniquely identify the row of a table. So in RDB means there is 5 key is present. One is your primary key, foreign key, candidate key, alternate key and composite key. Primary key means which key is uniquely identify each row is called as the primary key, as already you know. Yes or no? माने गोटे टेबल रे गोटे कॉलम रे जदी
Yes,
यूनिक वैल्यू अछि, then we can call as it is a primary key.
primary.
And same value is present in another table, same value is present in another table, and if you want to relate
Foreign key.
both the table, then it is called as the foreign key. Clear?
Agree. Yes, sir.
Then comes to the candidate key. So what is the candidate key? Like in the student table, you have like roll number and contact number. So if I have given a task that you have to find out which one is the primary key, then you found that the roll number may be a primary key or the contact number may be a primary key. But which one is the more appropriate? Roll number or contact
Roll number.
Roll number. But before you are choosing roll number as a primary key, the roll number and contact number is called as the candidate for the primary key. It is called as the candidate for the primary key. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Then alternate key is what? Like after you choose the roll number as a primary key, then contact number becomes the alternate key. So in an election, before election, for the Prime Minister, Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi has stand. So before Narendra Modi is selected as a Prime Minister, he is called as the candidate of the Prime Minister. And Rahul Gandhi is called as the candidate of the Prime Minister. So once we choose Narendra Modi as a Prime Minister, then Rahul Gandhi belongs to the what opposition. So that is called as your alternate key. Okay. So here in the student table, if you choose roll number as a primary key, then your contact number is called as the alternate key. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So next comes to the composite key. Sometimes happen that one party doesn't get the majority to build a government. So at that timing, the party is taking the help of other party to make the government. So here it is called as the composite key. So here if I'm asking you that you have to find out the patient is present in this hospital, I am giving a room number, suppose 112, and you are going to the 112 and again you find and again you are searching for the particular person, because in the room number 112, suppose there is 200 beds are there, then again you are searching for it. If I am telling you that you have to go to the room number 112 and bed number 5, then you are easily get the particular person. So see that for getting a one unique value, we take the help of two key. So here it is called as the composite key. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So that's the thing I have told you, it is given here. Any attribute that is uniquely identify a row in a table is called as the candidate for the primary key. Such attribute is called as the candidate key. Any attribute that is a candidate for the primary key but it is not a primary key is called as the alternate key. So any attribute that is candidate for the primary key but it is not a primary key is called as the alternate key, means we can say it is a opposition. When a key that is uniquely identify the row of a table is made up of more than one attribute is called as the composite key. Like room number, bed number is called as a composite key here. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So here student and registration number is called as the candidate key. And if you choose student ID is called as the primary key, registration number becomes alternate key. So when you take the help of the two key like employee ID and project key, it becomes as a composite key. So you can create a new entity to represent the important recurring group of attribute. Like we generalize the employee table into the two parts. Like employee, it contains the address, like it contains the state, it contains the city, it contains the block, it contains the street, it contains the PIN number. The employee is having another entity. The state, city, block, street. So these are called as what? Attributes. Now, entities that have an optional attribute, মানে এটা কোন হইলা না window operating system. From window, we have the another branch. Like one office is having another branch. So that is called as the word sub entity. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Entities that have an optional attribute can be replaced with sub entity. Specialization is the result of taking a subset of higher level entity to the low level entity. Like employee, from employee we converted as a programmer, teacher, engineer. So these are called as the what? Sub entity, programmer, teacher and engineer. Okay, so entities that have an optional attribute can be replaced with sub entity. Specialization is the result of taking the subset of higher level entity set to form the low level entity. Means it is a high level entity, then we convert it low level entity. Like from employee, we have the programmer, we have the teacher, and we have the engineers. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Then generalization is the result of taking the union of two or more low level entity to set to produce the high level entity. That is joining the two low level entity and to create a high level entity is called as a generalization. Generalization is the opposite of specialization. In generalization, every higher level entity must also be a low level entity. Every high level entity, it has the low level entity. Specialization doesn't have this constraint. Means generalizing means what? You join the two table and you get a main table. So here saving account and current account has joined and it create a new account. Okay, so accounts, account name, balance, current account, overdraft limit, then saving account. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now it ଗୋଟେ exercise ଥିଲା ଏଥିରେ ମୁଁ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ open କରୁଛି. Okay, now comes to the redundancy. Redundancy means a repetition of data. Okay, so repetition of data is called as the redundancy. When redundancy comes, it increases the time involved in updating, adding and deleting a data. Suppose in a class, if one or two students having same name, if I'm calling one person, then other person will come. So that is what a concurrency issue. ମୁଁ ଜଣକୁ ଡାକୁଛି ଆଉ ଜଣେ ପଳେଇ ଆସିବ. When I want to delete one record with the name, maybe another data is deleted. ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଯୋଉଟାକୁ delete କରିବାକୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ସେଇଟା delete ହବନି. And when the things are repeated, then it takes the extra disk space. It increases the utilization of disk space and hence disk IO is increases. The redundancy can therefore lead to insertion, modification and deletion of data which may cause inconsistency. Errors which are more likely to occur when the facts are repeated. When the error will come? When the facts are repeated. unnecessary utilization of extra disk space. In that case, the error will come. Bujela, what is redundancy?
Again, sir.
So in the student table, if you found the student ID like 1, 2, student ID is repeated, name is repeated, semester is repeated, so it is having a confusion. So how can I remove the data redundancy? So we can remove the data redundancy with the help of normalization. The normalization is used to breaking the complex table structure into simple. To break the complex table structure into simple, we are using normalization. So it is a method of breaking down complex table structure into simple table structure by using certain rules. So by using certain rules, we can break the complexity of table into a simple. It has a following benefit. What is that? It helps in maintaining the data integrity. Integrity means security. It helps in simplifying the structure of table, therefore making a database more compact. It helps reducing the null value, reduces the complexity of the data operation, means null value is removed. It maintains the data integrity, which is used to check the consistency and correctness of data. If I define the student ID, so in the student ID column, I have mentioned the student ID. If I define a contact number, it ensures that in the contact number field, I have entered the contact number. So that is called as the what? Integrity. It will check the integrity and consistency. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Some rules that should be followed to achieve a good database design are: each table should have an identifier. So when you are creating a table, there must be a one identifier. Like you can define one column as a primary key. So in a student table, student ID is called as the primary key. Each table should store the data for a single type of entity. Like if you are creating a table for student, then it will only store the information regarding the student only. Column that accept null value should be avoided. Which column contain the null value, you have to avoid it. The repetition of value or column should be avoided. Which value is repeat and which column is repeat, you have to avoid it. Clear?
Sir, identifier means each table should have an identifier.
Identifier means primary key. Okay, so
Okay.
like student ID, which is uniquely identify each room. Mo roll number dele, to mora student ra sabo information ta pale ase. बुझे ना?
Again. Again.
The normalization it result in the information of table that satisfy the certain normal form. Normal form are used to remove the various type of abnormality, like first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, Boy's code normal form. The normalization is a rule which is applied to remove the various kind of abnormality. So there are four type of normal form is there: first normal form, second normal form, and Boy's code normal form. So three type of normal forms are present. Okay. Four type of normal form. बुझेला?
Yes, sir.
So first, a table is present in a on normalized relation. By applying some rule, it converted to the first NF. Then by applying, when a table is called as second NF, when the table is in the first NF, then second NF. गोटे टेबल को हमें सेकेंड एनएफ केतले कहबा ना से जते बेले फर्स्ट एनएफ रो रूल टा अप्लाई करिवो अगेन माने फर्स्ट नॉर्मल फॉर्म हबो देन अगेन सेकेंड नॉर्मल फॉर्म भी हमरा अप्लाइड हबो बुझिला
आगे सर
A table is said to be the third NF when it is apply the rule for the first NF, when it is apply the rule for the second NF, when it is applied the rule of third NF. Then the table is said to the BCNF when it is called as first NF, when say first NF rule apply karibo, second NF rule apply karibo, third NF rule apply karibo, then it is converted to the BCNF. Okay. बुझ पाइल?
yes sir
Okay. So in next class I must start करेंगे first NF rule. बुझे ना?
आगे सर